I'm scared I won't be able to walk after this.
It'll be fun. All right, so today's workout is super simple, 300 air squats per time. Super simple, super fast. What we're gonna do is we're gonna warm up our legs, we're gonna warm up our core a little bit. I'm gonna talk about some like nitpicky things with this squat, and then we're gonna get going.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with just a few nice and easy air squats. We're not gonna do enough of those. Just give me like 8 to 10, nice and easy. Warm up those legs and really squeeze your butt hard at the top. Good. Then we're going to move right here, and we're going to do a little bit of a plank. Any kind of plank you want. So you can have your hands down, you can have your elbows down. Just make sure that you squeeze your belly, squeeze your bum. Just going to hold this for a little bit. You can hear those birds. Reach one arm up. Switch. Bring it back down. Now you can either give me a few push-ups or a few push-up negatives. So the negative is just a slowed and controlled downward part, and then you can kind of worm your way back up, or you can just do a few push-ups. And then you can stay. From here, go ahead and give me a little bit of a squat. And then we're going to try and get a little comfy down there. We're going to lean one knee forward. And you can kind of wiggle it around a little bit. I want to do that. A little bit of a stretch in your ankle. Then lean the other side. You're right?
Yeah.
It's my right too.
Like it has to come up.
Go ahead and stand it up. Let's get your feet together, hands at your knees, just rotate those knees. Other direction. Okay. From here, you can do this right in place, or if you want to walk backwards, you can, but I'm just going to do it in place. All I'm going to do is I'm going to point one knee forward, open it up, then put it down, and then the other one, point the knee forward, open it up, put it down, and alternate. Next one's going to look really funny, but basically we're going to pretend that we're a dog with a fire hydrant, and then put it down, and then other side, put it down. Looks really silly, looks really funny. That's a good warm up.
The bones and air thighs are just.
Then give me some weightless good mornings. So you can keep your torso straight, sit your hips back, and then you can have a slight bend in your knee, but not a big one. And then squeeze your butt this way so they don't bump heads. And if we were at the gym and it wasn't ungodly hot out, I'd have us do just a little bit of running as well, just to get the heart rate going. But considering we don't, I'm going to have us kind of stretch out our lungs a little bit by just taking a few really deep breaths. So when you're doing this, I want you to take a really deep breath, and I want you to think about your lungs filling from the top to the bottom, pulling the air down and trying to really expand your belly. Just take some nice deep breaths. Hold it for just a split second, and then exhale it out. So. One more. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna nitpick a little bit about some squat form before we start this. So basically, probably one of the most common things that I tend to correct is center of balance, center of gravity. Basically, your center of gravity should be balanced across the center right there of your foot, the center of your whole foot, okay? And as long as your center of gravity is across the middle of your foot, then you're going to have an even loading of all the muscles around your hips, okay? You're gonna have a nice, good, easy squat because all those muscles are working together. If you start to lean onto your toes, now it's really obvious if your heels come up, but you can kind of lean a little bit on your toes with your heels even down, and it's harder to notice. But as soon as you start to lean forward, then your posterior chain, your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back, just don't really help as much. So you end up with a squat with your knees too far forward, and it's only too far forward because all of this back here is going to jelly, okay? So having the weight distributed right across the middle of your foot and initiating the squat with a slight backwards motion of the hips, very slight. This is plenty right here. So I'm going to initiate by sending this back, and I can squat and squeeze my butt nice and hard. So with those things in mind, just give me a few slow squats and really think about that. So think about hips slightly back, keep everything balanced, stand up and squeeze your butt. Give me like 4. Awesome. Next thing I'm going to say is we're going to be doing a lot of these, and we're going to be getting tired. Our legs are going to get tired doing all of these. Keeping those things on your mind the entire time is important, because as we get tired and as certain muscles start to fatigue, our body's going to want to start looking for other muscles to take up the work instead that aren't so tired. We got to fight that. Okay, so as you get tired, we got to make sure that we don't find ourselves on our toes. We don't find ourselves letting our knees come in a little bit. And as we're coming up, we don't want to do like people call it the stripper squat. You know, when I talk about people have their hips come up and then their body. No, none of that. Have everything come up at the same time. And the other thing that I mentioned is as far as depth goes, most people will say hip crease below knee level. So what that means is the crease of your hip is right here, and that's got to be below the top of your knee. Now, for most competitions, that's going to be the standard. So that's how low that you're going to have to go to get scored in a plethora of different sports. Usually what I tell people is get as low as you can while keeping good form, okay? So if you can keep your back stable, if you can keep your balance across the middle of your foot, if you have extra rotation in the knee, and you can get this low, then by all means get this low. But if you start to, say, lose it around here, if your back starts to round around here, then just go as low as you can while keeping your back nice and flat. And the longer you train, the better that will get. So as low as you can while keeping good form. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. I think that's about it. Are we ready?
Not long.
I'll ever be.
What's that?
As I'll ever be.
As you will ever be. Angelina, do you want to tell me on your phone?
Oh, yeah.
300 squats. Fast as possible. Want to do a countdown since you have the phone?
Sure.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Here.
We're tall. May have been way off with my time.
Oh, yeah.
You know if we have a like that? Or we need like 10 fins.
Almost.
Just a minute. How many minutes is that? No?
What did it say?
How many minutes is that? Have we gone?
It's
At 7:51.
Oh boy. Come on. Ooh. About 11 minutes.
That's one more.
Yeah. Same time.
Time.
11:55. Woo! Yeah, I was way off.
Told you.
I thought it'd be shorter than that. I guess it's because I was thinking of like sprint squats, and I just kept a steady pace the whole time. That was fun.
My feet are burning.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, my legs.
Yeah. Okay. So. So if your feet are cramping, by all means take your shoes off, grab a lacrosse ball, put your heel on the floor, put the cross ball underneath like your big toe. You can hold on to something for balance if you need to, and just make your foot move like a windshield wiper. That's how it should be. Yeah.
That thing is too
Good. By all means, move those feet.
How about a mobility for when your legs feel like they can't support themselves?
So your quads are going to be the most fatigued. So anything you can do to smash out your quads is going to be good. You can vary that up. So by all means, if you have that same lacrosse ball, you can just lay on the floor and just knead that lacrosse ball into your quad. You can go ahead and start with that. You can take a kettlebell and lay the kettlebell right on top of your quad and just twist the kettlebell. Or if you have a super friend, they can step in your quads, which I'm not going to do right
No?
now. Go to there.
I need some more powerful than
We have a kettlebell. I'll take this. But the squat, when done correctly, is a full body, very balanced workout. And when you, even with air squats, you know, it's not really a strength exercise at that point, but it becomes an endurance workout that involves, you know, the largest muscles in your body, gets your heart rate going, gets you breathing hard, and it becomes quite a good endurance workout without any equipment. 10 minutes of squats that basically turned into ish. Oh. All right. So Angelina's digging in there with the handle to get in there even deeper. If that's too much for you guys, you can use the ball part of the kettlebell. Just let the weight of the kettlebell push down on that. That's a little bit less epic. Yeah. We can be like me.
Snap. Both snaps back into place.
Or if you're spoiled, like we are, and you also look online when things go on massive sale during like the holiday season, you can have a massage gun like this. In which case,
I'll be using that tonight.
super easy. You can do whatever you want and just have that dig into your quad. Ah, isn't that nice? So lots of options in terms of mobility. Didn't burn as much as I thought it would. I mean, I definitely got tired, but I was expecting more of like a, ooh, feel the burn sort of deal.
It didn't burn, just my legs stopped working.
Your legs stop working. All right. I think that's all I got for you, Kathy.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Oh yeah. You
Eat
too.
something good.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye-bye.